Guys, it's been almost 3 weeks since my last video on SEI, and a lot of interesting things have happened since then, and now we can see a rather strong price drop. What is this? Another manipulation after which the rocket will fly? Or is it a panic sell after which SEI will not be able to recover? Today we are going to find answers to these questions and understand if it makes sense to buy this token. We will also calculate how much SEI you need to become a millionaire in a bull market. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's get started. I've already talked about this coin and the technology in general in my videos, so I won't go into too much detail today. I want to dive deeper into how this project is progressing and what the future may hold for SEI. I have said many times that the market is constantly changing with new narratives, new projects, and tokens emerging all the time. Personally, it is clear to me that GameFi, SocialFi, DeFi are very popular narratives now, not a new narrative at all, but it is constantly changing and now we can see it taking a new form. In addition, there are narratives like Layer 1, Layer 2, and now we can definitely say that 2024 will be the best year for L2 solutions, as tokens of top solutions like Scroll, ZK Sync, and Layer 0 will be released. And this will definitely start a wave of new blockchains and solutions, with a huge amount of liquidity flowing into new and old projects. Of course, this is good for the market, but because of such events, many people get confused or forget about Layer 1 solutions and see no potential in them. A great example is Solana, and I won't stop mentioning it, but while everyone was looking back and not paying attention to it, it skyrocketed. Since this fall, it has gone up almost 5 times so far, and at its peak, it was up 6 times. Now, a lot of people are going to invest in it because it's hype, because it's grown. And this is the main mistake of 99% of crypto investors. Instead of investing in the hype, you need to look for the right entry points, such points that you can sell your assets instead of buying them on this hype. I have said this many times, and one of the proofs is my video about Solana, which is almost 3 months old. Back then, I said Solana was going to grow very strongly, and since then, it has easily doubled. And now I see the same opportunity in SEI. But let's not jump to conclusions and take a closer look. First, it should be noted that SEI is a Layer 1 blockchain. It is quite young, so it does not have the hype and recognition of SEI or Solana. However, this in no way diminishes its importance and potential. Second, the SEI network has the support of very well-known and respected participants in the crypto industry. The only thing that confuses me, and I think some of you are confused as well, is the support of STEPN. But that's not the point at all. When I choose a project to invest in, I don't look at the hype. I try to delve as deeply as possible into the product, the utility, the meaning of the coin's existence. In addition, I pay attention not only to the positive, but also to the negative aspects. So let's analyze the real pros and cons together. Tokenomic. After one of my recent videos about SEI, I received a lot of comments about the bad tokenization. And it's true, SEI doesn't have the best tokenomic, and there are investors who get token blocks. And the SEI network team itself is allocated up to 20% of the stake. Is that a lot? It is a lot, considering that another 20% went to investors. But let's not judge by this information alone and dig a little deeper. We can clearly see that neither the investors nor the team will receive any splits until August 15th. This means that we have 6 months until then. Of course, such a distribution of coins is not the best solution, but one way or another, we have many examples of similar asset unlocks, and these coins are doing quite well. Moreover, in a bull market, unlocks are not only merged, but also used for various activities, so this may not be as critical as everyone thinks. You don't have to go far. SEI is constantly supporting ecosystem projects that do various activities so that holders don't sell their coin, but just hold it. In fact, tokenomic is the only big issue with SEI, and I haven't found any other red flags for investment. Therefore, I propose to move on to the obvious benefits of this blockchain. But before that, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more analysis of promising coins. Technology, ecosystem. As you can see, I found more pros, so I suggest we go through each one separately. Regarding the technology of this blockchain, I promised not to go too deep into this topic for this video, so I will explain very briefly and simply why I am a believer in the SEI technology. Blockchain aims to solve the main trilemma of cryptocurrencies. Not many blockchains can maintain a high level of decentralization, scalability, and security at the same time. On the other hand, SEI is able to make a huge number of requests, which significantly speeds up the time of operations. At the same time, it does not lose the level of decentralization or security. So I am very close to the SEI technology, and they also claim very high speeds. According to their website, the SEI blockchain is even faster than Solana. This is a very good result considering that SEI is a relatively new project that is gradually starting to develop and grow. Speaking of growth, let's take a look at the ecosystem. My opinion on the usefulness of the ecosystem to promote blockchain remains unchanged. This is one of the biggest factors for growth, and you can clearly see from the SEI network that the team is well aware of this. Not all legacy Layer 1 blockchains have at least a similar list of applications and projects built on top of them. I especially like that the SEI ecosystem already has its own GameFi direction, social-fi direction, and some other obviously promising narratives. Even though SEI is still a fairly young project, it is moving in the right direction. Just take a look at TVL. We've seen a 250% increase in the last month alone. So we've seen both positive and negative factors. So I suggest you move on to the predictions and decide if you want to invest in this asset at all. I would like to point out that I made the decision to invest in this project a long time ago. Therefore, the recent price drop is more positive news for me because it's a great reason for DCA. But do not consider this to be financial advice, as I am expressing my own opinion and not urging anyone to invest. Make sure you do your own research. So let's get to my feared preview. I have already said that the situation with the SEI tokenomic leaves a lot to be desired. And if it happens that investors and timers start pouring their tokens into the market, then I don't see any real potential for growth of more than 4 to 5 times by the end of this year. To be honest, I don't believe in such a scenario, and I believe more in the positive outcomes of this situation. But this is crypto and anything is possible here. Still, you need to calculate how many coins you need to become a millionaire. To make $1 million, you need to sell 333,333 coins at $3 each. This will cost you $197,000. I decided to combine a realistic prediction with a bullish one because I have very positive thoughts about the future of SEI. It's obvious to me that the ecosystem will continue to grow and the team will do everything to make SEI more and more popular. The best and easiest example is SEI because they made the most intelligent moves. The team supports projects from its ecosystem, gives grants and tokens for them, which makes SEI holders more interested. That is why SEI is breaking into the tops on TVL, actually motivating their token holders to stay in their ecosystem and not go further into other blockchains and other projects. So I think SEI will more or less follow this strategy, and you can already see it in their news. Given their tokenomic and the direction of the blockchain development, I think it would be quite correct to compare this coin to Solana. Therefore, I see a very realistic scenario of reaching the old Solana market cap, i.e. 30x the current price, which will lead to an increase in SEI to $17 to $18. In this case, to reach 1 million, you need about 58,823 SEI, and it will cost you $34,800. I don't rule out even more positive scenarios, but I'm not betting on it. The next peak of the bull market could lead to unrealistic growth of the entire crypto market, and in this case, SEI could reach the capitalization of Solana at its peak. In this case, you will only need $17,000 to make $100 million in profit. And I want to remind you that this video is by no means a financial recommendation, just my thoughts and calculations. So be sure to do your own research before you invest. And that's it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on coin growth and new trends. Thanks for watching your Coin Post.